Hi! Ngayon, punta na tayo sa next part ng ating discussion about radicals. So, ang topic natin today is all about addition and subtraction of radicals. So, nag-prepare ako dito ng 4 na examples muna. So, as you can see, kung mapansin nyo, sa examples natin, yung mga radicals natin, yung radical nila, those are numbers na hindi na factorable. Ito muna yung unang scenario na pupuntahan natin. So, paano ba mag-add or subtract ng radicals? Sabi nila, or ang pagkakaalam natin talaga, yung pag-add or pag-subtract ng radicals ay parang pag-add lang ng algebraic expressions. So, paano? So, for example, we have 2x plus 3x. Kapag i-add natin yung dalawang expression na to, it will give you 5x. Ano? Kung mapansin nyo, para siyang variable niya. So, pwede natin sila pagsamahin because they are like terms. Same thing, add nyo lang yung 2 saka 3, we have 5, and then copy na natin yung x. Same thing with the radicals. Hindi natin pwedeng pagsamahin yung radicals na hindi parehas. Paano ba natin masasabi na ang dalawang radicals ay parehas? Paano ba? Dapat, yung kanilang index at radicand ay parehas. Example, we have the square root of 3, the square root of 3 and the square root of 2 square root of 3. Mayroon tayong dalawang radicals na pwedeng pagsamahin. Bakit sila pwedeng pagsamahin? Una, na-meet niya yung unang criteria natin, which is yung index dapat parehas. At the same time, parehas dapat yung kanilang radicand. So, again, ang rule natin, pwede natin i-add or subtract ay yung mga pare-parehas na radicals. So, start tayo. We have here number 1, the square root of, 10 times the square root of 7 plus 11 times the square root of 7. So, paano ba i-add yan? Tingnan muna natin if the radicals are the same or parehas. So, parehas sila. So, we can combine them. So, we have 10 plus 11 times the square root of 7. Add lang natin yung numerical coefficients ng dalawang radicals, 10 and 11 sa labas. So, it will give us 21 times the square root of 7. Ganun lang kadali kapag ganito yung given. Let's go with number 2. So, in number 2 natin, we have the square root of 3 square root of 6 minus 5, the square root of 6. Same thing, kailangan parehas yung radicals. Parehas naman, we have 3 minus 5 times the square root of 6. Then, simplify natin yung ating coefficients. We have 3 minus 5, which is negative 2. And then the answer is negative 2 times the square root of 6. That's it. Now, let's proceed with number 3. Mga bata, we have negative 3 cube root of 5 minus the square root of 6 minus the cube root of 5. Kung mapansin nyo, ay, may cube root. Yung index natin ay 3. Samantalang yung nasa gitna ay 2. Ibig sabihin, itong nasa gitna natin, which is negative square root of 6, ay hindi natin pwedeng isama dito sa dalawang to. Simple reason, hindi parehas ang index, hindi parehas ang radical, or in other words, hindi sila pare-parehas ng radicals. So, paano gagawin natin? Itong dalawa lang pwede natin pagsamahin. You can arrange them as negative 3 square, the cube root of 5 minus, arrange muna natin, the cube root of 5, and then minus the square root of 6. Pagsamahin yung coefficients, we have here negative 3, and then dito, minus, meron tayong decimal 1, minus 1, times the cube root of 5. Ito naman po ay minus square root of 6. Simplify natin yung coefficients, it will give you negative 4 times the cube root of 5 minus the square root of 6. This is the answer. Let's proceed with number 4. So, we have 4 terms. So, mga pare-parehas, pagsamahin muna natin itong dalawang to. itong dalawang to. So, ano bang una natin gagawin? Ito muna tayo sa variable. We have the negative square root of x plus 4 square root of x. And then, itong dalawa, same sila, plus 3 square root of 3 plus 5 square root of 3. Since parehas yung radicals ng dalawang terms na to, add natin yung kanilang coefficients. We have here negative 1, indivisible 1, plus 4 times the square root of x, plus coefficients, 3 plus 5, square root of 3. Simplify natin, it will give you 3 square root of x plus 8 square root of 3. This is the final answer. We have 3 square root of x plus 8 square root of 3. So we have here the 4 examples. So I hope na natutunan niyo kung paano mag-add or subtract ng radicals kapag yung nasa loob ay hindi na factorable or hindi na pwedeng i-extract na. Sa next video natin, we will talk about addition and subtraction of radicals, pero in case natin ay yung radicals natin pwede nang i-factor out. So patuloy lang na mag-aral about mathematics kasi hindi nyo ma-overcome ang mathematics without practice.